current occupier of the White House, the potatoes Joe Biden has made his end goal very clear. He has gone on record stating he wants to go after your 9mm handguns. Now remember, everybody kept saying, oh, Joe's not coming for the Second Amendment. Don't worry about it. He's not going to come for your guns. That has been one of his primary fixations from day one. He wants to go after common use firearms, which, by the way, were protected by the Supreme Court. They reaffirmed that you have an individual right to keep and bear common use firearms like the AR-15 and especially 9mm handguns that now Joe Biden also wants to go after. Now, mind you, Joe has been protected by firearms carried by government officials the majority of his life. His children have also been afforded taxpayer-funded protection. And when the Department of Homeland Security comes out and says that the AR-15 is suitable for self-defense, well, guess what? It's good enough for you and it's good enough for me. And the very fact that politicians are protected by these types of tools ends the entire argument. If it's good enough to protect their lives, if it's good enough to protect their homes, it's good enough for us. Now, this past year has proven that the political class cares nothing for the people. Their policies and their rebuilding of the Janet Reno Justice Department proves that they actually wish to lord and rule over us. They do not view themselves as representatives, but they view themselves as a oligarchy, as a political class above the average citizen who deserves and is entitled to special privileges like taxpayer-funded armed guards, amongst many other perks that they have. They have used their political positions to become fabulously wealthy, where they operate in a world that is above us, where they are not held accountable legally in the same ways we are either. Why would we want to put ourselves also symbolically and practically below the very people who care nothing for us? If they are able to hide behind a wall of men in body armor and men with firearms that we are paying for, then we should have access to those same types of tools. This last year has proven that that is of the utmost necessity, especially if you live near a major city. If you watch what's going on in South Africa, if you see what's going on in Cuba right now, our children, our grandchildren may find themselves in a very dark situation because we allowed government tyranny to take over. We must actively push back at the state level, at the national level, against these types of policies. Ones that would put us at a great disadvantage against tyrants within government and against people within our own society who would seek to destroy and loot our private property, who would seek to deprive us of our liberty. This is a rare moment in human history where we have the right to carry firearms, where we have the right to go into a gun shop and buy firearms and ammunition. In much of the world, this is a highly regulated or a completely banned thing, which means that those people are no longer citizens. They are peasants, they are serfs. And that is exactly what they wish to do here, so they can brag to their European friends on the Riviera how they deprived their people of liberty, how they put their people on a lower playing field. We're seeing edicts now in Europe that further prove that citizens of the EU are subjects. They have no real civil rights now. And that's because they relinquish their firearms. You can say that other things happen, and sure, but that is the tip of the iceberg. Once you hack that away, once that melts, that's it. They can do whatever they want to you because you have no teeth left. They have pulled all your teeth out. They have declawed you. Your right to assemble goes away. Your right to free speech goes away. How many countries on this planet even have free speech left? And right now we see big tech and government actively working together in the US to bring in a new wave of censorship similar to that of Europe and China. Which is why mediums like YouTube are a horrible place to attempt to have any conversation whatsoever. Make sure to find me on Alt Tech. Links will be in the description below. Thanks for watching. Never give up your common use firearms. Because the day we do that is the final day for liberty in America.